Oiliftec would like to introduce to you our new heavy and medium oil lifting technology system. Oiliftec uses a stainless steel cable as a continuous loop oil lifting system for medium to heavy crude oil wells. This increases production rates and profits at a lower production cost. Reduced operational energy cost is achieved, recovering a larger percentage of remaining oil that had until now been considered unrecoverable. You have lower maintenance with the cable lift system. Oilift has fewer moving parts, unlike conventional pumps that will clog, plug, and stick. No problem with pump entry pickup. Oilift can handle up to 50% sand contaminants or particle solids. Elimination of workover costs due to solids buildup in well is also eliminated. The Oilift is easy and simple to install. Oilift can now make it possible to convert marginal producing wells and abandoned wells into profitable producing wells. Oilift gives you higher efficiency and durability, lower operating costs, and higher profits per barrel. The Oilift has improved environmental benefits also. Now we're going to view two videotapes of two different prototype oil lifting systems that have been built in the past and field tested, so you can see firsthand how the oil lifting system produces oil and works in its actual application in the field. So we'll start with one video and then we'll go into another one right after that.
They call this site Devil's Den, but it represents a slice of black heaven for a Bakersfield man and his son. This oil pump runs in a very basic manner. A simple grooved cable runs continually down to heavy crude, then bringing it up, wiping it clean. The conventional pumps in this area bring up about 45 barrels of heavy crude a day. Designers of this model say at full capacity they can produce as many as 300 barrels.
People do need it. The country needs it. At least this, as far as I'm concerned, is one more thing that OPEC doesn't have, and we're able to compete with them in their oil. Because we can produce this oil at a much lower price than our competitive neighbors can with the system they're producing with today.
The Nunnallys patented their pump in 1983. They say they don't want to sell their rights to it, but they'd like to share in the profits it brings to other companies. They say many local firms are showing interest, as well as companies overseas and in Canada.
It has done a lot more things than we first thought it would do. At first we thought we would be limited to heavy oil only. We have found in our testing that it will also produce light oil and water.
They say there's nothing tricky or spectacular about this method, but they say that's the best part. It's an old concept that seems to save money and just might offer solutions to many heavy crude problems. Reporting from Devil's Den, Lynn Sage, 23 News.
Well, that pipe goes clear down to the bottom with the pulley on the end.
That's right, right. You won't realize it, but out here, it'll just be oil that flows like hell. It will 8 or 10 feet pretty easy. What do you want me to describe?
See, now this squeezer is taking more oil in here than out here. See, it's cleaning it up completely. Nothing is, it's not taking it back into the zone.
Right. It's still got enough on it.
Yeah, but not. It's not coming in this level. That amount.
You see, it's making here where it's dropping off here, more on here than the cable will carry. You see, it's dropping off on here. There's no tension.
There's no tension. Look at it.
You don't need it. We got the.
No bush
shoot that guy.
See, you had the other one. You had a humongous thing over here. See, you don't have any tension in this line. See? Just the weight of the line. You got a balanced weight. You got the same amount of weight coming up. You got going down. What about you on the top? There's no pressure on the top either. No, same. Well, not quite the same, but yeah, this weight's coming up. Yeah, you got the weight pulling up, so you can see this dinch. You're not. You don't have, like you said, they had the tubing bed. Yes. Well, this is the basic, the small model right here. This tank has 6, almost 7 barrels. I'll throw it down. Here, pick it up. Didn't it? You gobbled the oil. Pardon? Yeah. Bringing water up too. See, we wound it up a little bit too much. So it's bringing water also. Notice that?
Bring the water out.
It's on the other side, yeah. So you slow it down, you start making oil back again. Thinking it's been running too fast. Yeah, more. You have 2 sources of recovery. One over here and the other one. Well, you don't have to guess about it working. Sped it up there, it broke that oil, the cohesiveness of the oil. It takes about 10 minutes to pick it back up now. Now it's picking it back up. It's going too fast. It seems strange, but
you could focus in here.
It seems strange that it would do that, but it does. You go too fast with it, it'll drop it. It'll go through there without picking the oil up. It just opens, kind of kicks it back away from it, I guess. If you run it slow this way, you see the difference.
You don't have any of those things.
Much here, there. Almost.
You don't have any of those things in that cable.
Vacuum pump and all the well we're making about 2 hours. Now, did you drill this hole? No. It was a 14-inch hole. I drilled in 19 and...
This is 14 inches.
Yeah. It was drilled in 19 and... How was that drilled? 19 and 30 something when that well was drilled. The last time I had a pump on this well...
How deep are you having this?
All the way to the zone. This tubing?
Yeah.
It goes all the way down to the bottom of the zone.
To the oil. And then is there holes in it?
Yeah, it's perforated. The bottom joint of the tubing is perforated.
Picking out of the slots to cut the machine.
That's what we do. That's right.
What is the gravity of the oil here?
That's 11.
11. Let me get it. Something to
11 gravity. You see the difference when you slow it down?
Yes.
You got it going too fast.
Bob, I'm going to put a dip into the oil so you can see that the
summary, once again, we have our oil lift system, which consists of a variable speed motor that controls the speed of the cable, the continuous loop system, which goes down the inside of the casing of the well down to the production zone where the oil adheres to it, and then the oil sticks on the cable and turns on a pulley, a sheave at the bottom, comes up the center of the production tubing. The cable is coming up the center of the production tubing where the oil is being pulled and drawn up, and the oil then turns on another pulley up here at the top of the well and is dripping off into a collection tray that channels it to a collection sump here at the first point, and the second point the remainder of the oil is stripped off, or it falls down into another collection tray system that flows the oil down to the collection sump here. So that's where your production is stored. And then the cable, the steel cable, will go onto the power unit that gives you the capability of pulling the cable. It's wrapped around here 3 times with guides to keep it from being tangled, and once again being driven by the motor at whatever speed is best for that particular well formation, reservoir. So you have a continuous loop just going round and round, hour after hour, as long as you leave it running with a very low-cost motor. You're not going to have the maintenance problems, the sand buildup that you get with the conventional pump jacks that go up and down, and you get the sucker rods have all sorts of problems. This system is far superior and very simple to any other system out there. It's a simple, full flow, continuous loop system. It's a foolproof system.